Real shit only. Let me talk to these niggas, see? Somebody got said. Shit. You niggas run to IG for inspiration, cause your immediate circle ain't good for shit but hating. How you hustling just to get complacent? We never settle. Run these bitches, then we pick replacements. About my money,
and we back.
Bars.
With another episode of Bars. I'm Lord Rap.
I'm Brownie Blends. Bars mean the blends, Brownie, and the rap. So why we go with blends or Brownie over blends? What you think? It work?
You asking me why we chose your name?
You forced that on me. You said
I
think Brownie work.
Nobody gonna believe that.
All right, man.
And today we got a very, very special guest. We got, in my opinion, the most important person in music in at least the last decade for sure. At least since digital. Well, I won't say decade. Shit, 2 decades, 20 years. At least since we've been relying on digital music and using streaming services as a way to get our music out. This guy has been an example and a transparent example of what you could do if you put your mind and your efforts and have the people around you on the same page. We got Larussell on Bars today.
Let's go.
You know what I mean? That's exactly what I mean. You see that? You see that?
You know,
we have never gotten applause because niggas don't have no support.
You know,
my nigga.
Yeah, give it up for good company. That's right. That's right.
You know what I like about that introduction?
What's that?
It was spot on. What I really liked about it is typically when we're talking about somebody from the soil where we from, we will add in Northern California or in the Bay Area.
Right.
You couldn't stop there.
You can't.
You couldn't stop there. You couldn't stop there. This is a global situation.
Global icon, man. How you doing? How you doing, Larussell?
I'm well, man.
What's going on, brother?
Well.
Hey, speaking of that, you saying that brings me to something that I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And it was your show in Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
I think that right there was like one of those stamps, right? Because as usual, you greeting people outside. I know that those people never had that experience. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know that they've never been to a show in the daytime like that with that. Because what is Larussell's demographic? There is no demographic.
80s.
Come on, man.
80s.
And I asked you this before, but I want to say it again because I want to reiterate this. Do you feel like your peers in rap could do what you do?
Do I feel like they could? Yes. I think it's very possible and obtainable for all to do. Whether they will or not is a different, space. Are they all capable? Yes.
Yeah, because I feel like the difference is, for one, before the foundation in this thing you have is rooted in pureness, is rooted in fun, and it's rooted in for the people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that you can't be that if your nature is violence or recklessness.
Right.
You can't have jumpers in the front yard.
It's harder.
It's harder. You can't have.
It makes it a little harder.
Rest in peace to the victims in the tragedy in Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
And that situation, I don't know enough to speak on all of it, but what I will say is that happened to children.
Mm-hmm.
And because Larussell is Larussell, this is not a thing that happens where Larussell is. Like, it's like the total opposite. So just for that, I just want to say I appreciate that off top, because I don't know if we've ever had it in rap. Like, I know we had teenagers and younger folks. We've never had babies.
Yeah.
We got babies on the stage reciting your lyrics.
God.
You know what I mean? Like, that got to be a crazy feeling, like, not to have to explain to your children who you are, but them to see their peers.
Man.
On their dad.
And just the lineage that it gives me, like I said, babies to 80s,
Man.
know that in 30 years I'll still have a fan base because this little girl was already here rapping is incredible. Like, I got another 20, 30 left just based off my youngest fan. like that's a definite.
Yeah.
I changed their life. I'm never leaving out of it. I'm always be in their playlist.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's what music should be. I don't think because it's hip hop that it should have any limitations or boundaries. I feel like that's exactly what it should be. And I think as we're talking about a genre of music that just turned 50, it's like 52 now. It's like, come on, man. Like
that bring me back to the Brooklyn show you was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
What you talking about the Mecca?
Yeah.
You're talking about a place that, you know, grittiness is a part of it. You know what I'm saying? The whole little thing. When you take your show there, I'm curious of what the reception was like. You know what I mean? What did you get from it? You know what I mean?
And I've been doing Brooklyn shows since 2021. I did my first one, and every year I probably do a show there like 2 or 3 times. I've probably done about 6 or 7 since 2021.
Wow.
And they love me out there. It almost broke all of the imaginative things that you think when people like, man, they don't listen to West Coast music. They don't listen to this. Bro, they love the hyphy shit. They love that rap shit. Like, Brooklyn is one of the cities that feels the closest to home. When I go tour and I hit that road, when I get to Brooklyn, I already know what I'm finna get.
Right.
Bay niggas just different lingo and slang, but the energy is us.
There's something about New York. I don't know if y'all get the same thing I get, but something about New York. As soon as you get off the plane, you walk through JFK, you feel I'm here. You know you
already.
You already know you're here.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the Dunkin' Donuts everywhere, but you know I'm in this.
It's the movement. You get hit. Instant nostalgia.
I think that even with that, like, I think you such a I know you such a student of hip hop because I watch the way you move, even in song. Like in that show, you rapping the Shook Ones.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like Larussell know what the fuck he doing. Like this ain't an accident. Like dude been fucking with music for a long time, and you can tell. So it's almost like I be want to highlight that because I want other artists to understand. Like he didn't just you see this shit, but he didn't just come out like this.
Right.
Like he's been doing this shit for a minute. Mm-hmm. So which brings me to my next point is like when I see you perform and I see you integrate other songs, right? It makes me feel like live music is alive because recorded music is fairly new in comparison to music overall, right? So music is centuries old, right? But recorded music is fairly new, right? So there's always been renditions of different songs to make albums. One of our most adorned albums in hip hop, Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, is a bunch of songs that she done over. You know what I'm saying? But being in hip hop, we always thought that was something we couldn't touch. How do you feel doing that, and how did you come up with that?
Bro, I love it. I love it, especially because some of these songs that are classics to us are new to my fan base. I got white people 60, 70 years old. They never heard somebody. I'm going to a Mac J record or 40 record that they hear. Some of these babies is 4, 5. They parents didn't grow up playing that around them. Then sometimes I do a rendition of a song, or in cities like Boise or Columbus, where like they didn't grow up in Columbus. They didn't grow up listening to Feeling Myself.
Right.
That first, I do like that. Yeah. They getting new songs. You feel me? But to me, it's like paying homage. Like these is my legends and icons, and I never want they spirit or all of the songs they put in the die. I would make show people hear they shit too when they get they reverence and respect.
What is that selection process like when we see the Warren G's come out and we see the Juveniles come out? Are these people that you in contact with, or these are just some of your favorites, or how do you decide who I want to add to the
both? It be as organic as it could be. Right. You know, either they're tapping in or I see something that I tap in. Right. It's usually something really organic. Like me and Juvie got locked in because they was doing a show with Frisco. Okay. And they was coming out this way, and his manager hit me, and they like, man, we doing a show in the Bay, and we keep hearing your name. You know, we would love you to join us on the show, help us move some tickets. And I was like, I'll do that show for free if Juvie come do my backyard the next day.
Right.
So we ended up doing a trade-off. I did the show. They got the tickets, had to keep that paper. He came to the backyard, and we ended up making the moment, and we just locked in from there. I started booking them for other stuff. And like, we just chop it up, and I'll be like, hey, I got this play. Can you come do it with me? And he showed love. I'll say, well, everybody I've worked with has been as organic as that. Mike Jones, like, but none of these are favors. Like, I pay them, they feed.
Right.
I try to take care of them and make sure they understand, like, your business, and I respect your business.
And these are also people that they still touring and still doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, getting money. They getting money.
Yeah.
But what's dope is, like, a lot of them don't fully understand and grasp social media. So when they come into our ecosystem, like, man, Julie, we done had so many clips and moments that went, and I've started seeing them. It made they rates up, twist up. We have had some moments where, like, it made they rates and they business go up. Whatever. Come back like, man, I didn't even know this was a thing.
Right.
So we showing it like the new wave too.
You said something key with you and Juvie. Y'all basically swap work. Whatever you did his show, he came to do yours. Me and Rab always be having this conversation because we see a lot of artists from the Bay be fresh out the gate, and they'll be putting these posts up about verses for this. I do the video. No, that they don't have no major name yet, but everybody is charging for everything.
Yeah.
The producers is charging. How, do you think that negatively impacts the Bay Area landscape as far as music, or you think that's the thing that should be a standard? Everybody get paid for their work. How you think?
I don't think so, because I think every business, every hustler, every artist, you got to play a price, and then you got to not play a price.
Mm-hmm.
If we us, it's like, nah, that don't apply to you. That apply to the niggas who like, nah, they want to end on the product, but we don't necessarily have a rapport in a relationship.
Right.
But the people who like, nah, this what we do is good. So I don't think it's negative. I think it's like, because it only applies to who it applies to.
Right. Because it almost seems like if you don't have the relationship, but then you got the motion, then it's like having the relationship.
Right.
It cancels out.
I think something key that you said is because I think business and business ethics is something that I won't just place blame on the Bay Area, but newer entertainers have a problem understanding because they're not being coached.
They don't have mentors.
They don't have mentors.
Right.
I think you learned, and I think you've learned from trial and error. But one thing I think you said that was just key. Even though you and Juvie built a relationship, sometimes people build relationships and immediately it go bad because of shit like you gave him his fee immediately afterwards. No questions asked, right? Somebody else I could see saying, well, damn, we brothers now. We swapped the show, nigga. We partners. Like, why I got to give you your fee? You know what I'm saying? Because, again, love you for the transparency, but you said $50K. You know what I'm saying? On a show. I don't know which one, but you have
that was the player price.
That's the player price. How is it?
Favor.
Yeah. And so giving him his fee and him giving you a player price, it's still business involved. Even though y'all cool, y'all did what y'all did. I think understanding that is key because also when Larussell says his number, it's what he wants.
And ain't no arguing about it or back and forth. Because it's like, I take care of you. When it's time to take care of me, we don't have to argue about it because I did the right thing from the jump.
Right.
And that's why you don't, like, I love the, like, either you're my home show up and present, but I'm also like, I'm never going to be mad at somebody for charging what they charge because I understand that when it's my turn, like, I'm going to charge what I charge.
I think you said something else too, like, you added the choir. You add different elements to your show. I've seen you. I think I was there. We did the interview a day. You got one of these dope ass cameras, and somebody got married to the motherfucker immediately. You like he had it overnight. He been at the house, and you know what I'm saying. And so like this shit costs, right? And I've seen you say you've done shows at a loss, right? But you're building the brand. You may take a loss on the show, and the next day you may go crazy on merch. You know what I'm saying? It's ebbs and flows to the business, but you have an overall concept of your business. Like something is going to compensate for something else.
Exactly.
So how could that work on a lower level, on a lower scale, or explain how you scaled that up? Because I think what most artists have a problem understanding is Larussell was fucked up too at one point. He didn't have no money. You know what I'm saying? So like, how do you do that? You lost $1,500 at the dough. You know what I'm saying? Like, how do you lose $1,500 at the dough and then go right back in?
man, it take a while for you to grow your pillars to compensate the others.
Well,
You know, I've got to a point now where I can scale my show in advance of my fee because I have so many other businesses that bring in revenue. But early on, it took a little longer. Like, you know, losing that 1,500 on one is like, all right, I can't throw another show for a while. I got to sell some merch. I got to do some features. I got to figure out how to get my paper back up to go book another venue. But like nowadays, it's like I'm able to leverage so many different sides of revenue to compensate. Like now on the shows, I have to lose some money because I know, okay, merch don't come in. I'm gonna get booked for something else. I can go do interviews. I can do all of these things, and I know it's worth that risk because if people see my show, they'll want to pay me what it's worth after they know. Oh, he gave me what? Yeah, I did a show. I did a Villa Beach with 40, Short, Fab, all of them, right? And we had a situation before with like the booker, like he just was in the email, been a little smart. Right. And when I got to the show, I'm the first one at the venue. My whole team, crew, bus. I'm setting up, rehearsing, talking all the crew, greeting. We playing football with the staff there, cats running around playing pickleball, I'm greeting the fans, I'm talking. He finally came and I pulled him to the side. And I'm like, you know, your email was a little disrespectful. Like, I'm the only artist here that you book.
right,
Getting the least.
right.
But I still do my job and do my part. You try to treat me differently because you thought, yada, yada, you know, we had to come on, he apologized and everything. And after it was like, man, whatever you need. We on this one, I'm going to make sure I get you on this. I'm like, whatever we get you.
Yeah.
Because he started to understand and see the value. Prior, he just couldn't see it.
So that might have been just a lack of knowledge type thing, right?
Lack of knowledge and me just like promoters and bookers, and I had to tell him like I do both, so I understand what you're experiencing. It'd be hard dealing with some of these artists, you know. And he threw me in that pot of like, try to make it difficult. It's like, no, I'm not trying to make it difficult. I'm making sure I got what I need because I know how it go on y'all end because I've been on y'all end.
Right.
You feel me? So it's just you know, they go through their walls or some artists got agents that make it difficult. Like he was like, you represent yourself. Like that's a first that I didn't have to fight with a whole agency or deal and all. Like it's a completely different process.
What does a typical Larussell rider look like? You finna show
Pickleball court.
Kettle chips, a frisbee, a football, tea.
Yeah.
a specific
That's
water,
really like
Yeah.
a specific water. You need the mountain shit. Everybody.
we are easy to take care of.
Yeah.
Feel me?
Yeah.
Right? And my fee is all in. Like I don't think people take care of my travels. I take care of everything on my end. You
Right,
feel me?
right.
Like the least we make it really, really simple. And I'm at the point where I can ask for all of the extra.
All the shit.
You
Yeah.
know, but the most extra thing I ask for is a frisbee.
Yeah.
Even now, like we bring our own shit. So you know,
You travel with your team, your whole team, everybody on the road.
TT
Yeah,
is
yeah.
all green M&Ms.
man, some shows it's up to 40 of them. Some shows just 6, but some it's 40. Like got a whole crew and staff that make sure everything going smooth and right.
That's
They
dope.
gaining like really valuable exposure.
Oh,
and
man.
knowledge and
Bro,
experience.
I've taken people who've never done this career in their life, never even knew it was a career path, who now do this better than some of my mates that
Right.
run our shit just as great as they do it. And these are people who just came from the V and from the bank who never even knew this was a career path.
Wow.
I seen, it's speaking of you saying, like, you mentioned that you went over it briefly, but you do all of these different things. You wear all of these different hats. And I made a post about Bay Area executives because I feel like it's been a lot of capping going on for a long time, right? There's these niggas who leverage who they know or they phone book and opportunities. Like, no chicken. I ain't putting nothing in your pocket or helping you, right? I'm not gonna pay for the video. Nothing. I'll wait till you get bubbling. Yeah, and then I'll make some calls for you, right? This is like the biggest scam that's been going on forever in the Bay, right? And I just feel like it's holding people back because they depend on that. You wearing hats that you wearing, I feel like first of all, it's a very Bay Area thing. We've been doing that, but we also had to do it out of necessity too, right? There's no Rock Nation offices to walk into. And also, let's keep it real. When those companies are in New York, they'll favor people from New York. You know, like if I'm from the Bay, I want Bay people to win.
Yep.
I might just take a chance on something. It don't have to be bubbling, right? Or something, just show me a little something and I'll try to shoot it to the top. You wearing all of those hats and doing it out of necessity. Talk about that, because I feel like if people learn from you, or if they try to pay attention at least just for a bit, they will know that they need to be doing at least 5 jobs. I related so much doing podcasts. I related so much to you when you said about the editing part, because I edit.
Yep.
And you said I edited 6. I was sat behind this fucking computer for 6 hours to get this little bit of content right before I took off to do something else. That's my fucking life. Sometimes I don't know if it's light or dark outside.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But that's what it takes to get the shit done.
Right.
And I want you to speak on that, because I think people, it don't matter if people ain't helping you. That just is what it is. That's your circumstance.
Yeah.
What are you going to do about it? So, like, how do you approach that, and what did Larussell do about it?
Man, it's one of those things, like, you know, when you go to work, it's always those niggas who like, oh, they don't pay me that. That's above my pay grade, and they don't pay me enough to do that.
Right.
And then it's the niggas who like, I don't care what they pay me. I'm going to do what need to get done and get the job done.
Right.
And that's always the nigga I've been in work. You know, someone else, and now it's the same nigga when I'm working for myself.
Right.
Like, I understand that what you don't pay me to do now is what you will pay me to do less. Do it.
Wow, that's crazy, because I do know people like that. Like, they won't even put themselves in that environment just to be lazy. Like, nigga, I just won't go. I just won't do it, because my work comes with perfection. I agreed to get paid what they said they want to get paid.
A lot of people don't understand or believe in the intangible things. You know what I'm saying? And so you tell somebody if you're on time, you late. They don't even know what does that mean. I'm so used to, you said here 5 o'clock. I'm here at 5 o'clock. I'm on time. They don't understand the concept of showing up early. I used to be on the set of the shop with Brian and them. I'll be walking around the set trying to ask the cameraman and everybody there. I'm there as talent, but I'm in there trying to help everybody do everything.
Right.
We just saw All-Star Weekend. We saw Rich Paul walking up the street with Farrah.
That was
still
crazy.
pushing luggage.
I did a pop-up show on one, like, I'd be picking random dates, and my engineers was busy. And I was like, don't worry about it, I got this one. I set the mixer up on the stage, and everybody, the whole crowd watching me mix the show.
Wow.
I was mixing as I'm doing the performance.
Wow.
I've never allowed anyone to get in the way of me executing what I want to do.
Real shit only. Let me talk to these niggas, see? Somebody got said. Shit. You niggas run the IG for inspiration, cause your immediate circle ain't good for shit but hating. How you hustling just to get complacent? We never settle. Run these bitches, then we pick replacements. About my money, niggas more concerned with getting fat.